guys, it's Jacqueline, Stage Right Secrets, and I'm here with the Knox. How are you guys?
Good, how are you?
Doing good.
Good. Okay, debut album. It doesn't even seem like your debut album, but your debut album, you have so many collaborations. How did all these come about?
Mostly friends of ours that we end up working with. A couple through the label, Cameron and Alex Newell. Actually, we're the only two through the label. Everyone else was just our homies.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can. It's kind of just people from like our scene and friends of ours that we've had around, and that's the way we like to do things, kind of. Versus like having like A&R, having an executive producer. We like to just kind of make songs with our friends, and it turns out that some of our friends are in bands that all of a sudden are blowing up. It's like we did the song with Ex Ambassadors when no one knew who they were, and now they have a #1 record. Walk the Moon, same thing, and Carly Rae's song kind of happened just because we did a remix of her song. She liked it so much, and we reached out. So.
And how involved were they? Were you guys in the studio when they were recording?
Yeah, most of those tracks we did actually in the room with people. A couple of them we had to send out.
Like Ex Ambassadors when we sent out, the Carly when we sent out.
Yeah, but we finished Ex Ambassadors in the studio then. We were in the studio and we recorded it together.
Oh yeah, we did record that. A different one.
So yeah, I mean Carly Rae, I was in the studio with her. J-Pat wasn't there for that. I was in the studio with her. The only ones that we didn't, like the Cameron song, he just did it on his own.
The best one was probably Walk the Moon with Nick. That was like a full 3 days. It was just like us.
Yeah, and it vibed out. And we did like 4 songs, and the last one we made actually ended up being the one, and it's called Best for Last, which is funny.
That's awesome. And do you guys have like a favorite beat or like a lyric you're most proud of from your album?
Probably some of the Cameron lyrics in the opening song. The opening song is New York City.
Yeah, pretty much the entire Cameron.
Yeah, the whole verse is incredible. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, and let me see what they tweeted. And how do you go into picking songs for the album? One of your fans want to know.
It's funny because we did like a whole album worth of songs, and because we were on a different label and we kind of weren't really sure what we wanted to do, and we did a whole album, and that label ended up closing, so we didn't put the record out. But then it was kind of a blessing in disguise, and we made a couple new songs that we were like, oh, this is like a total better direction for us.
And that kind of like started the process of making.
And started the process, and then we kind of like. We didn't have that many throwaways after that. It was kind of like every song we made kind of fit in this mold that we had, and it just worked out. By the end, it was funny. We didn't want to put a period at the end of the sentence because like the Carly Rae song happened like when we thought the album was over, and our label kept giving us shit like, you guys have to just be done, like stop adding songs.
They kept giving us time to
save them for this.
We like get release dates and be like, oh actually, we like.
And then suddenly we'd be like, oh well, we just.
So we're gonna
but it ended up being a blessing in disguise.
Now we like have a song with Wyclef, which obviously has to go on the album. We're like, oh, guys, it was like, don't blame us. Like you guys literally have been pushing it back. So like if you give us time to write music, we're gonna write music. So.
Yeah, but then it's kind of a blessing because some of the best songs ended up being the ones that happened at the end. So.
Very cool. And I know you guys are doing Bonnaroo, so how do you guys pick your set list versus like a normal show like this where you guys are headlining?
The way we pick our set list is, well, we had a evolving set list since kind of day one. We just like switch songs in and out. There's one Ableton because we run all our live stuff off of Ableton, so there's like one session, and we kind of just like have been adding to it and taking from it, and like. We've got a couple save ases for like different situations when we have to do like shorter shows or like.
Or if we have a guest vocalist that we know is in town that we can, like someone that we did a song with on the album that is in town, we'll add that song or take it out if he's not there.
Yeah.
But it ends up being, I mean, for most of like a tour, ends up being the same set. But then festivals, you end up having to kind of probably play a shorter set than like a headline show. So we'll probably kind of pack it with like the most bangers, kind of. You don't really want to do like the album cuts at a festival. You want people to just be having a good time.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. And you guys are known for your remixes. So what do you guys look for when you hear a song that you like that you want to remix?
Kind of just know. We do a lot of trade remixes like with our friends. So like if we hear a song that we like of theirs, we'll be like, oh, we'll remix your song if you remix our song, kind of a thing. It's a lot different because also we'll get like commissioned to do remixes like by other people. And, like,
yeah, I mean we used to kind of just remix anything that we get paid for because we needed the money. But now we're at a point where we can like, if we're not feeling the song or like
we'll turn stuff down.
Into the artist, we'll turn it down.
Rarely.
But like at first we were doing like Katy Perry, Britney Spears, we were doing like anything that would pay, and then we do the ones that we really wanted to do for free, like the Ellie Goulding one and the Carly Rae one. But then those always end up doing good things for us. Like we did a Dragonette remix for free, and then we went on tour with them. Then we did a Ellie Goulding remix. We went on tour with her. We did a Carly Rae remix, and now we're on a song with her.
We did a whole series of free bootlegs this summer. Well, bootlegs are like similar to remixes, a little bit different because you don't have the parts. You're just kind of like taking the actual song and and reworking it. But we did like 4 or 5 of those this summer, and that was just
because it's songs that we like and we wanted to put our own spin on.
Very cool. Okay, and I know you guys have a song, Taylor Swift, My Wish. So, one of your fans tweeted us, it's a night on the town. What is your go-to Taylor Swift karaoke song?
Tease the Taylor Swift fan.
I'm a bigger Taylor Swift fan than him.
Yeah.
I'd probably say Bad Blood.
All right, what would you do if you had to pick?
Probably that new one that's on the radio is pretty cool. It was stuck in my head for.
You also used to like the old one. I remember before I even liked Taylor Swift. You liked the T-shirt, whatever. Remember? I remember you used to always sing that shit.
Oh yeah, that one was fire.
What is it? Like something about wearing a T-shirt.
Something about T-shirt.
Sharing a shirt.
T-shirt.
We're obviously huge Taylor Swift fans.
Big Taylor Swift fans here. Swifties hardcore.
Well, that song is less about Taylor Swift and more about the metaphor of living the dream and getting your dream
Yeah.
girl. But I see you, Taylor.
I respect that. Props.
All right, and Cardi Knox said you went crazy at the Drake store. How was that yesterday? Were you there to witness this?
I mean, I'm literally
I was
wearing.
eating.
You were
I'm wearing my
eating more
OVO
important.
shirt right now. I heard there was an OVO pop-up, which is like Drake's clothing line, and it's like the only place you can buy the gear is in Toronto.
We're huge
I like
Drake fans.
ripped out the door, came in there with like my credit card in hand, and was like, "Give me one of everything." I came back to the venue with like a hoodie, the beanie. I got the Hotline Bling phone case.
Yes.
I went in. I mean, it was incredible. I spent way too much money though.
Yeah.
It's not cheap, that stuff.
Would you ever remix like a new Drake song?
Yes.
Yeah, but I'd be scared. Like, you'd have to
Yeah.
do it. We're such Drake fans. Like, you can't. It's hard to.
You have to do it justice.
You don't want to mess it up.
Yeah.
But yeah, if there was a good one, we'd do it.
Okay, cool. And we have another interesting fan question. Since it's Valentine's Day, if you as a duo had a dating profile, what would your likes, interests, and dislikes be?
Likes Drake.
Yeah.
His would
And
be
food.
like basketball, and mine would be like movies
Pokemon.
and video games.
All right.
I love Pokemon.
Okay, dislikes and interests?
Dislikes,
DJs that can't mix.
bad DJs.
They literally ruin.
Girls that talk too much.
People that talk too much.
And what interests? Well, those are kind of my interests.
Yeah.
Interests.
I like photography. I do photography on the side.
That's awesome.
T-Mac. Allen Iverson. Those are my interests.
Those are your interests?
I literally had, so I put up this like Facebook quote about coding your own GeoCities page back in the day, which I was coding internet websites before the internet was a thing. And I had 2 GeoCities web pages dedicated, one dedicated to Stephon Marbury and one dedicated to Allen Iverson. It was like scrolling pictures and shit.
I had the same thing. Yeah, GeoCities. Mine was skateboarding and Beastie Boys though. So
Beastie Boys.
yeah.
We're like internet heads.
Internet heads, big time.
Love the internet.
OG.